Is that all you can do in front of your sister? Stay as useless as you are. Shota's hands once again sealed the girl's heart. The wrestling competition is about to begin. But he can't find the girl. In the dark corner, he is waiting for her to kill himself. But at this moment, danger's coming. The school is suddenly attacked by drones, and the number is as high as 5. I have to say that these drones are really good at timing. When will it be bad? It's just the beginning of the game. It's obvious that people don't look up to Mecha School at all. At this moment, the training ground is in a mess. The strong range of drones is far beyond your imagination. In the face of Zero's dragon cannon shot and the firepower of Cecilia, not to mention the ability to take it all, he can even counterattack. This is a fact that no one expected. And on the other side of the training ground, Laura and Charlotte are also in great difficulty. The situation is quite unoptimistic at this moment, but the worst is yet to come. Because there is a Mecha that has targeted a girl who has no fighting spirit. In the face of a fierce enemy, the girl who is afraid of the ultimate can only rely on hope. At a critical moment, the impact of breaking through the air seemed to be in front of the girl. Looking forward to the opponents about to launch a pulse run, the girl immediately launched the Iron 2. With the cooperation of the two, the opponent was successfully thrown out of the school. At the same time, the president's side of the battle entered a white-hot stage. Cecilia chose to give up the water defense and turn it into an attack. A strong vibration swept through the entire training ground. In a short time, the communication signal was interfered. However, when the signal was reconnected, the tragic scene that came to the scene directly caused the girl to explode. With the driver's heart, the Iron 2 was about to be dug up by the girl. A kind of unforgivable anger rose from the heart. At this moment, the girl just wanted to destroy the machine gun in front of her. Looking at the enemy's core close in front of her, at the critical moment, the Iron 2 fell off the chain. The enemy directly hit the girl in a coma. What should I do? The girl had no way and no ability to save her. With the broken mechanical arm, she returned to the machine gun. Maybe this is reality. There's no hero in life. It's like a girl has come to the conscious space. How many years has the president not heard of the sister? How can there be a perfect hero in everyday life? Everyone will cry when there is a failure. But as long as you never give up, the so-called hero will be played by himself. The president, lying in his arms, gave the girl the heart of water and fog. The battle is not over yet. In Chun's call, he woke up from a coma. Chun used the power of the brilliant 5 steps to restore the energy. The girl was responsible for restraining the opponent to help the two fight for time. Although the energy was not enough to use the electronic pulse gun, the missile launch system of the Iron 2 could still be used, so it was just enough to hold the other party back. The two, who quickly completed the energy transmission, joined the battle again. Chun fully deployed the broken mechanical arm. The arrow that flew away successfully took the enemy's right arm. Bai took away his left arm. The girl, who was also unwilling to give up, launched the final blow to the enemy with the heart of water and fog. But when the smoke disappeared, the other party seemed to be fine. But it was obvious that the heart of water and fog was not vegetarian. Now the enemy is finally completely disbanded. Yay! Everyone relaxed and followed Lin and Lao Hua to win. This time, it was the victory of IS College. The sister in a coma woke up slowly in the clothing room under the sunset. The girl next to her was worried. Although the two sisters have always had a bad relationship, who doesn't want to make up in the heart? I'm sorry. Who doesn't want to get married? I think that's what you think. Sister, the arrow of the IS College, fire. Do you know who is the real standing ceiling? Maybe you think the president of the college is strong enough? After all, in the confrontation, the president used his own strength to play tricks on the enemy and the leader. He knew that Wu Kui was the strongest in the college, but in fact, this is still far from strong enough. Because Lin Luobai's Knight-type Zhiban is also very strong. When Fu Ying invaded the college, Zhiban used his trust and stubborn will to be strangled by the enemy. In the end, Fu Ying protected the college and won. But this is still not enough. There is another very powerful one, which is Lao La. As a member of the Harem, Lao La was very strong before she was tamed. It's nothing when everyone's face is blue. and even if Lin and Saishiria are together, they are completely defeated by Lin Luobai. Instead, Lao La is very fierce. From this point on, we can see that Lao La is really strong, but there are even more powerful characters than him. That is, the cell-enhancing rabbit Shu Ji. Shu Ji was in a good mood today. He was eating delicious steak and drinking red wine. Although, at first glance, the soup in the distance was a bit strange, but after all, the number of food companions did not rise. But, unexpectedly, the other party became more and more intense. Shuji smiled slightly and said, "Don't pretend." After a round of operation, Atong regretted on the spot. Shuji said, "Dare to challenge the cell-enhancing rabbit. Don't you look down on me too much?" But at this time, the original driver's mechanical armor suddenly broke through the wall and came out. Lao La was suddenly happy, but no one expected that a rabbit was missing in front of him. An incredible scene appeared on the line. So, where is the mastermind? Not only did Shuji recognize the girl in front of him at a glance. This is what Lao La did not expect. The situation he designed with his own hard work. In Shuji's eyes, everything is a game. But in fact, this is just a wall on the surface of the tree. Because behind the unknown, he is even more terrible. All the seemingly abnormal operations today are due to his hands. In the beginning, he hacked the Panguo network and tens of thousands of missile attack academies, just to prove the powerful ability of IS mechanical armor. And he was the one who manipulated the female college entrance exam. In fact, everyone can drive a mechanical armor. It's just that it's set a limit. When suddenly someone reacts to the IS mechanical armor, this person becomes the only one in the world who can drive the IS male mechanical armor. I have to say that my skeptical brain cells have also been strengthened. And the first time the unknown mechanical armor came, and then the ambush of Hu Yin, and the appearance of the staff. It's all because he's too dangerous. That's why I did all this. It's just that no one thought of his real purpose for doing everything. He just wanted to compete with Chen Dong. Look at this rabbit in front of you. Who would have thought that he would make friends with Chen Dong in a second? The next second, Chen Dong's death was confirmed. Not only that, but the next operation is ridiculous. In terms of the anime, the Chinese helped the villain to build a mechanical armor to fight the protagonist. He's really the number one. It's not a picture. Turn around and look for it. But at this moment, I was still in the dark. I was wondering why this circle was staring at me all the time. However, when I knew that the target was Chen Dong, I didn't hesitate. But I didn't react. In time. The attack has already hit the target. Just a face-to-face attack. The Black Knights have already defeated Jiban Xiaosa. At the same time, on the high tower far away, Jinfa's eldest sister is watching the enemy closely. However, the president's sudden visit ruined everything. The eldest sister is not happy about this, but everything went as expected. The strong shrinkage of the giant is making the president very uncomfortable. But as the strongest president of the academy, how can it be so easy to die? While the water is entwined with the eldest sister, the president drives the mechanical armor and escapes. It's just that the eldest sister obviously doesn't want to let him go. At the same time, when the inside of the vehicle is known from afar, the vehicle where everyone is in danger. Qian Dong is worried. Although the academy has sent high school students to the scene to support, in the face of having a special mechanical armor, ordinary mechanical armor is nothing more than idle. The black dragon roll is gone. All the mechanical armor was destroyed in an instant. There was no time left. However, the Saishiria and Xiaoji who rushed to support were dragged to death. It's hard to escape. And the president is also uncomfortable. In the face of the enemy of the Dragon Emperor, the power of the Xiaodao Star is the strongest president of the academy. It is not easy to fall into the river and die. However, this is even worse. Yuan has completely locked the academy's vehicle. Looking up at Chen Dong, I didn't expect that the original driver was the Black Knight. The time has finally come. In order to protect Sister Chen Dong, as the younger brother, it is only necessary to unlock the vehicle. In this period of time, the bottom will be the last fortress of all people. After crossing the bridge, I will lead Yuan to the open area and try to unlock the time for Zanying. Fortunately, after a short time, Zan successfully unlocked the vehicle's lock. Until then, the academy sounded the anti-attack call. under the command of Chen Dong. All members of the driving mechanical armor and the top of the vehicle were gathered. The more powerful Lin and Lao La came to stop the vehicle, and the bottom and Zan were responsible for finding the threat. Looking at the few time left, they were very worried. But when the bottom found the threat, the most worrisome scene still happened. A huge explosion made a loud noise. However, on the battlefield that changes all the time, it will mean that there is no god in such a short time. But in fact, it's not all blame on the male protagonist, because the driving mechanical armor of the enemy is the Black Knight of Tianebaishi. It's like coming to that familiar sky. It's like fighting against Fu Ying at that time. Because of the sudden death of the soldiers, the core of Baishi was activated again. It's just different from before. Last time he won the recognition of Baishi with the life of his guardian partner. But this time, with the spread of the black breath, only the breath of death floats in the air. At this time, the core of Baishi, who was seriously injured, was completely blackened. Eliminating the coward in front of his eyes is his only thought. I'll kill you. In fact, sometimes I want to accept this reality. Looking back, I've been really weak for so many years. No matter how hard I train, no matter how hard I practice, I can't even say that I lost my qualification for the mechanical armor competition. I can't even protect the people I want to protect. Whether it's my childhood sweetheart or Sai Shiria, when the strong enemy comes, I don't have anything I can do at all. But even if I'm so unbearable, there's always one thing I can't forget. That's a heart that wants to protect everyone. At the same time, outside the conscious space, all the harem people are still fighting. Facing the fierce attack of everyone, the Black Knight is now at the bottom. However, when Dai Xiaoyan disappeared, the Black Knight was unharmed. Lao Lachi's heavy cannon launched a fierce attack. But who would have thought that with the sound of the light ball, Dai Xiaoyan came at this critical moment? Unconsciously, the crowd gathered around the light ball. But unexpectedly, Dai Xiaoyan's power was out of control. As soon as everyone was in front of him, he took off his mask. Looking at everyone's desperate looks, Dai Xiaoyan's confidence rose to the sky. But he seems to have forgotten something. At this time, the president withdrew the digital disguise of the Liaoya cannon. In the blind spot of Dai Xiaoyan's vision, he just happened to launch this counterattack, and at the same time, he was recognized by the White Knight again. Directly launched Lin Luo Bai Ye to face the harem. This is a fight between two speed enemies. Its destructive force broke through the hill. At once, Mao's full strength broke through the Black Knight's shield. But who would have thought that Yuan would rather die than give up the arms of Ying Yongqian Dong? With the failure of regret after hitting the deep pit, this fight did not leave an enemy in the end. Everyone could only watch the two people leave. Maybe I should think about it. It's a pity that I didn't figure out who Yuan was. It's a pity that I couldn't thank the White Knight who had been with me all the time. The lonely woodman who was sealed forever in the Infinity Ice Crystal. Maybe he's been waiting for the Master's arrival.